Texas lawmakers have released the first draft of the newly proposed congressional map. It would shift several democratically held seats in the state.
President Trump has said that he would like to see Republicans gain 5 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives through Texas's redistricting. In Houston, this new map reshapes 4 currently Democrat-held districts. The biggest change to the districts would be in the seat currently held by Representative Al Green. This new map would shift the district from covering southern Harris County and instead move it to the eastern part of the county. Talk of redistricting has the political world buzzing.
Today on Houston Live and Local, our Greg Rugen got some insight from Rice political science professor Mark Jones.
Mark, Democrats have been screaming bloody murder about this mid-decade bid to redraw congressional maps in Texas. Do they have good reason?
Certainly Texas Republicans are going all out to achieve President Trump's goal of flipping 5 Democratic-held seats here in Texas. And to do so, they've done some things that have really angered Democrats, such as pretty dramatically reducing probably the proportion of African-American Democrats who will be going to Congress. So right now we have 4 African-American Democratic seats here in Texas, one of which is vacant. That is Sylvester Turner's seat. But this new map means that probably only 2 of those will be guaranteed to send an African-American Democrat to Congress, and the other 2 will be up for grabs. Here in Houston, for instance, we're going to go from having 2 African-American dominant districts, 9 which is represented by Congressman Al Green, and 18 which was historically represented by Sheila Jackson Lee and then Sylvester Turner, being eventually morphed into one single district. The new district, which will be called 18, actually has a little more of 9 in it than the current 18. It will be an African-American majority district, but there will be only one of them.
Yes, we spoke with Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia last week, who said her 29th congressional district was also targeted. How did she fare in this map?
Well, her district remains Latino majority, but she's moved largely from the east side to the west side of Houston. So the traditional parts of the district that were more on the eastern side of the Houston metro area, she's now up in sort of north central Houston. So her district still remains very safe for a Latina incumbent like herself, but she's going to be representing a whole new group of constituents than she is at present.
Okay, what about up in the Dallas area? There were some pretty strong moves that would endanger Democratic incumbents.
Right. So the one that was really targeted up there is Mark Veazey, who's an African-American Democrat who represents what we call a coalition district, where you have a majority of Latinos and African-Americans combined sending a Democrat to Congress. His district was effectively eliminated, and so he's going to be, if he wants to run for re-election, pushed into a challenge with District 32's Julie Johnson, who's replaced Colin Allred, in a district that isn't going to be a lock for Democrats. It's going to be one of the 5 districts that they've targeted that is I'd say, a purple to light pink shade. And that's important to remember with these districts. That is, Republican mapmakers have drawn 5 new districts where Republicans have a good chance of winning if results are very good for Republicans, say like they were in 2024.
We want to remind you that Houston Live and Local airs at 2 p.m., then Caroline and Rashi at 3:30, Texas Live and Local at 4 p.m., and then you see us here at 5 p.m. Remember, we also have more Houston Live and Local at 6:30 p.m. right after Anthony's show at 6.